In this segment, I'm going to talk about some of the more common symptoms people may experience when they quit smoking. Now, I need to be very clear here. Common doesn't mean everybody gets it. It means that a number of people get them. Some symptoms are common and only a few people get them. And so I don't want anyone listening to this to automatically assume, oh, since it's common, it's pretty much a guaranteed that I'm going to get this kind of symptom. There are some people who toss cigarettes and have no reactions whatsoever. And you may be one of those people. If you are, fine. Although be careful. You don't want to walk around thinking, oh, since it was so easy to quit, I must not have had an addiction. The thing that shows addiction to nicotine, it is not by how hard it is to quit. It's not by how easy it is to quit. It's how easy it is to go back. How you can find people who were off for years or decades who are now chain smoking again because they didn't understand that premise. It wasn't that they were able to get off that showed anything other than the fact that it's possible to quit smoking. But it's equally possible. It's a whole lot easier to go back to smoking. And again, that's just taking a puff on a cigarette. But getting back to the intent of this specific segment, I'm going to talk about very specifically blood sugar symptoms that many people get when they quit smoking. Some of the most common complaints you will hear from people when they're first quitting is headachy, they're tired, they have problem concentrating, their time perception is distorted, and they develop a sweet tooth. Those are all symptoms of what very well may be a drop in blood sugar. Blood sugar drops in people when they first quit smoking because their body does not know how to produce sugar as it's needed in a sense. It, when you were a smoker, let's say at 10 o'clock in the morning your blood sugar was down. You had two ways of elevating your blood sugar. One is you could, eat some food. Another way is you could take a cigarette. While it may seem intuitive that eating food would elevate blood sugar better than taking a cigarette, it would be wrong. The fact is a cigarette will elevate it very quickly compared to what food can. Again, getting back to a 10 o'clock example, let's say at 10 o'clock you were starting to feel a little bit dizzy or a little bit headachy, a little bit tired. In the past, if you took food, you would have to take the food, you would chew it, you would swallow it. It has to get into your digestive system. It really takes about 15 or 20 minutes for that food to now get digested enough, broken down into sugar to reach the brain to fuel it. 20 minutes. If instead of using food to elevate blood sugar, you just take a cigarette, well, cigarettes elevate the body stores of its own blood sugar. It doesn't pour sugar into your bloodstream from the cigarette, it's causing your body to release its own stores of sugar. See, but food takes 20 minutes to do it. Cigarettes didn't take 20 minutes to do it. Cigarettes can elevate blood sugar in 7 seconds. It was a much more direct and quick way to get sugar to your brain. Every time your blood sugar would start to drop in the past, you'd pop a cigarette, elevate it, and again, you would eat along the way and store up stuff, but basically, the cigarette was producing it at just such an efficient rate for you. Your body just does not know how to do it on its own. When people first quit smoking, it doesn't know what to do, and that's why for the first 2 or 3 days, many people will get those symptoms. All of those symptoms, there's almost nothing you can do about them quickly. I always tell people I suggest they drink a lot of juice the week they're quitting smoking. And the reason I tell them to go to juice is, again, or two reasons. One is juice can help acidify the urine, cranberry juice being particularly good at this. But then the other one is helping to keep the blood sugar up. But I don't want them to wait for the symptom to take the juice because we got the same dilemma occurring. Let's say again at 10:30 on the second day they quit smoking, they start to feel headachy and dizzy, and now they say, "Oh, I'll just go take some juice." Well, the problem is by the time, once you take the juice and swallow it, it's still going to take 20 minutes to get to your brain, meaning it's not going to quickly alleviate that symptom. Where if you were to take it almost a half hour beforehand, now again, you don't know what beforehand is, but that's why I tell people just drink a little bit of juice throughout the day, over and over again, just take a little bit more, and hopefully you're taking it 20 or 30 minutes before you needed it. It may alleviate the symptom from happening altogether or make it less severe when it does happen. If you don't take the juice, your body will figure out how to produce sugar on its own as time goes on. It just figures it out. But the first few days, it can become a very helpful process. I'm going to record separate segments, so just again for time limitations here, I'm going to record separate segments on what some of these specific symptoms were. When I was talking about like headaches and dizziness, I'm going to record segments that cover that, and the one I really want to focus on, because the symptom that scares the most people and really probably causes more people to throw away quits than anything it's kind of the disorientation and the way they can't focus when they're first quitting smoking. And this becomes a very scary symptom for people because they don't know it's a symptom of withdrawal. They start to think this is who they are forever. And thinking, or, going through this concept that this is how you're going to feel forever is a very terrifying concept. It's crucial that everybody recognizes whatever reactions happen the first few days. The way you feel the first few days is not what it feels like to be an ex-smoker. It's what it feels like to be a smoker in a drug withdrawal state. That is a very temporary state. It's a state that will, again, peak within 2 or 3 days and then start to get better and better. What you feel initially is not what it's like to be an ex-smoker. It's what it's like to be a smoker in drug withdrawal. And the way to end withdrawal is, again, just don't put nicotine in your system again. And the way to avoid ever having to deal with withdrawal ever again in the future is, again, sticking to your personal commitment to never take another puff.